A very good afternoon to Mr. Tan Yong and Tan Rehan. My name is King Sung Kit, and I am pleased to have you all join in this interview regarding on the design, interface, and functions of Photopea. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
So for the first question, in terms of interface design, what do you think about the colors, typography, and imagery within Photopea?
In my opinion, the colors of Photopea's interface are quite consistent with its given color themes as the main interface color. Plus, the dark grayish color themes are really suitable for these types of editing software because I don't want the bright colorful colors to distract me from editing my images on Photopea, so I can only focus on the image itself. And for the photo typography in Photopea is really legible and for the imagery, there are a lot of unique icons with different types of functions in Photopea, and it is well organized that it don't really interfere me while I'm in the process of editing my image.
Okay, so in my opinion, I'm very satisfied with the dark gray color scheme. So it will not dazzling my eyes when I'm editing my image for a long duration. For the typography, it's very consistent and all the text size and font style can be read easily and comfortably. So lastly, the imagery within the Photopea is just predictability because all of the icons and buttons are just similar with other editing applications such as Adobe Photoshop.
Now moving on. On your first use, could you predict what most of the icons on the sidebar tools meant?
Okay, so for me, of course, yes, as a beginner, I can predict the function of most icons. It is because the icons on the sidebar is similar with others photo editing application like Adobe Photoshop. So that as a beginner, I can easily predict the functionality of most of the icons.
When I first started to use Photopea, I'm able to predict and identify some of the icons on the sidebar, such as cursor icon, cropping icon, eyedropper icon, text icon, and much more. Like as its icon suggested, I already know how it functions and what changes it will make to the image that I'm currently editing.
Next question. Do you think the icons are rather too simple to represent its functionality, or is it good enough in your opinions?
So, in my opinion, I think the icons are already quite good enough to represent its functionality. The icons are really unique and it really match with the functions that the icons represent. For example, the pen icon, it looks more like the fountain pen icon than the normal pen icon. So it also will show the function over my cursor to the icon. And if I right click the icon, it will display more different icons that have similar functions as the right click icon.
So in my opinion, it was good enough for me. All the icons are represented well. Also, when I hover the mouse onto the icons, it shows the function of the icons. When I right click on any icon, it will show the other option that have similar function with the icon that I have right clicked.
So let's move on to the next question. On a scale of 1 to 10, what do you feel about the layout of the web application? Is it well organized in terms of icons, buttons, and also layers? And give a reason why.
Okay, so for me, I will rate it 8 marks. It is because all the icons and buttons are working well and its functions are predictable. Also, the layer were designed well, just a bit complicated for the beginner, but overall, it is great for me.
Um, the layout of Photopea really reminds me of the layout of Adobe Photoshop, and I really enjoy using Photoshop. The icons, buttons, and the layers are really well organized, and it won't really disturb or distract me while I'm working on the image. So overall, I'm really satisfied with the layout of the Photopea.
So overall, do you guys find Photopea's interface easy to learn?
Yes, I do find Photopea's interface easy to learn because its interface is very similar to Adobe Photoshop, and I'm really familiar with the interface of Photoshop. So I currently have no struggles and difficulties in using Photopea.
Okay, so for me, I don't think so because for the beginner, there are too much icons and buttons to edit the image. So as a beginner, I have to explore the interface one by one to learn well.
And all of the questions that I have an inquiry are related to design and interface. Let's move on to more on the functions of Photopea. So the next question will be, on your first use, do you find it easy to navigate around the web application?
When I first started to use Photopea, it is really easy to navigate around the website. I already know what I need to find, where I need to make changes to my image, and I quickly got adapt to Photopea.
Okay, so for me, it is not so easy for my first use for Photopea because there are too much icons and buttons for a beginner to explore slowly. I need to spend more time on the Photopea interface to learn one by one.
Next question. Have you tried customizing the color theme of Photopea to your liking?
I haven't tried it because I really like the default color scheme, which is dark gray color scheme.
For me, no, I'm already satisfied with its default color theme of Photopea.
There's two options I want to ask is, which do you prefer? A photo editor with a lot of functionalities but has a steep learning gap, or a photo editor with lesser functionalities but has a smaller learning gap? Which options do you prefer, A or B?
For me, because there are much more functions to explore on, and I'm always willing to learn more on the functionalities of the photo editor.
Okay, so for me, I would prefer the first option because more functionalities makes the Photopea more professional and also can conform to all the photo editor.
Do you find it more easier using Photopea online with the browser, or do you still prefer using a desktop application like Photoshop?
So I would prefer to use the Photopea online with browser because it's easier. User does not need to download the application and also can work in several browsers. And I can just edit my image by using any browser. I feel more convenient using Photopea online with browser.
For me, I would prefer using the Photopea online with browser as well, because I can instantly edit my image and I don't have to wait for the application to process. And it is also more convenient to use a browser to edit, as it is less complicated than the desktop application.
Mm, okay, so this will be the last question for today. Have you ever exported an edited image from Photopea? If so, did the exported image follow the export quality specifications?
Yes, so she's able to follow the export quality specifications. Yeah, so
For me also, I've exported an edited image from Photopea and the exported image follow the export quality specification that I set.
I see. All right. Thank you for the time from the both of you for participating in this interview. And that is all for this afternoon. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.